All right, guys. So now this is our part two of creating a responsive fruits and vegetable website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So now we're gonna add a nav bar over here. Let me just comment it out. Nav bar. And in this nav bar, we're gonna add the following code. And the code should look like this. A and this. Now let's class logo. Okay. And I'll go to my box icons now to get a basket icon from it. And how do we do that? Let me show you guys here. Yeah. So box icons. I'll open this website called box icons. Okay. The link of which we have already given in our code before. I'll go here on GitHub. I'll go here on icons. So, and I will just try. Wait a minute. Yeah, now I can set. I'll write basket. And yeah, here it is. I just want all the free icons. So I will click on free so that I can just see the free icons. Don't get the pro ones. I will get this basket and I will copy this. Sorry, I'll copy this code from here and I'll go back into my code. Okay, I'll go back into my code and I will put it over here. Logo and yeah, like this. Perfect. So let me make it this. Now it's perfect. And I'll also close my A icon. I'll write, yeah, Casey, you can write anything else as well, by the way, whatever you want to write over here in your web template. Now let us create the menu icon. And how do we do that? We will simply take unlisted, unordered list, and we'll create a list of all the things that we want to add or all the categories we want to add in our menu bar. Navbar, I'll take a class navbar. Let's write its close tag, unordered list close tag. List A, I will put a link, href, home. Okay. And yeah, I'll also give it a class name as home active. And yes, and I'll write it home A and list. Perfect. And now I'll write another one. List href categories which is a another test. Test AHIF products, products, and this, and test AHIF about like this, and list AHIF, and one more category, and then we are done. So customers, okay, and customer, and yeah, we are done. Now let's add the code of profile below, and let's add profile link over here, okay, and let's add its mode dev class equal to profile, and I am XRC. You can have any image over here. Let me see which image I want to have on my side or my board. So I have this image over here. Let me show you. Uh, yeah. So I have this image over here. This profile image. I already have it downloaded. You can download anything over here. If I right click on it and go into its properties, I'll see the extension of it is .jpg. So I'll use this profile name, this image name and its extension over here. I'll simply write profile.jpg. Okay. And yeah, then I'll add span. You can write, I'll write my name over here. You can write anything. Okay. Since my name is Iram Ghafoor, so I'll write it over here. And again, I have to take an icon. So I'll go into the box icons website again. And I'll take this carrot from here. Yeah. So I want to take this one. Yeah, this one looks fine. And I'll take this carrot down. And I'll go back into my code again. Simply. And I'll copy it. I'll paste it over here like this. And perfect. We are done with our this code. Let me remove these extra spaces and I will close my div over here. Now we're done with our HTML code. So what I'm gonna do is I'll go back into my CSS file, which I had created earlier in part 1. You can go back to the part 1 if you don't know how to create a CSS file. And you can see that over there in the part 1 again. So now I'll write the code of CSS. I'll go over here and I'll start writing down the code of header like this. And position text. We're gonna style our header now first. 100%. Okay. Top 0, right 0. Okay. Set index. Set index 1000. Display flex and align items centered. Okay. And justify content. Space between. Okay. And background variable. Background. Let's make it for BG color. Okay. And box shadow. 0, 8 pixel, 11 pixel, RGB, 11, 14, 55, 54, 14, 55, 54, and 15%. Okay. Now do the padding. Padding 20 pixels and 100 pixels. Transition is going to be 0.5. Yes. Okay. We're done styling our header. Now what next? We're gonna style the profile one now. And for doing that, I'll take the class profile and I'll simply style it out. Display, flex, and now align items, center, and column gap 0.5 RAM, cursor pointer. Okay. Dot profile img. We will style it out as well now. And for profile dot image, I'll write width. Okay. And 40 pixels. And height as 40 pixel. And object fit cover. And object position to center. And border radius to 50%. Okay. This is our class profile image styling. History dot profile span. Okay. And font size. We'll write 13 pixels. And font weight as 500. And yeah. When we'll go and check how does this look like, let us go back to our folder. And let me open this with Google Chrome. And let me show it to you guys. How does it look like? So this is how it looks like. Okay, so this is how our navbar looks like. Apparently the navbar should be horizontal. But ours is like vertical right now. So we're gonna fix these errors as well in our later on. But let us get back to our code now. And let us finish the code over here. Now we're gonna add the code of class logo. Okay, and for that we're gonna add. Let us write the code of logo, and so I'll now write the code of logo display and flex and align items, center, and font size 1 rem. That's 1.1 rem, and font rate as 600, and color as for text color. Okay, column page, sorry, column gap, and 0.5 rem. Okay, and we're done. Now let's just write the next code of logo class. Let's write dot logo dot px and font size as 24 pixels and color for orange color. Let's keep it orange, orange, orange. Okay, very nice. Now let us go back to the variables we had created over here. Light orange color. I think I took this. Light orange color. Just a minute. Orange color is missing here, so I'll add it over here right now. Orange color, and I will also write now. Wait a minute. I'll also write down it's code FF7 E00 FF7 E00, and I'll replace this light orange color hash code with F75 F1T. Okay, perfect. And I'll save it over here. Okay. And let's do the next one now. Now, if you see over here, the color of our basket has changed to orange. Okay. And we'll go back to our code. Okay, I think I didn't share the screen. Now, if you see in the output, you will see that the color of our basket of the icon of the basket icon has changed to orange over here. Now let us go back to our code and do the code of navbar now. Now we have to work on our navbar. Okay. So dot navbar. Okay, so I'll now style my navbar and let's do display flex and column gap as 0.5 rem. Okay, and navbar if and now let us style the links given in the navbar size 1 rem and font weight as 500 and color as we already have described text color. Okay, and padding at 0.5 rem and 1 rem. Okay, now let us do navbar a hover, the code of navbar a hover. So let us do that. Right, where's code now? So I want to give it a green color whenever someone taps on it or go makes their arrow click on it. So border radius now and 5 rem. Color variable. Again, we'll take a background color. We have already decided it in our variables part. Transition, background, 0.5s. All right, perfect. Let's save it now. All right, let us see how does this work now. So I have opened it. I'll simply go on my, okay, let's open it. And yeah, over here. Now, if you see, it was looking vertical before, but now it has become horizontal. It's still not very much aligned, but like we have made it horizontal at least. And if you click on these categories, you'll say the hovering color is like green in it, right? So let us go back to our code now. We also add the same code for .navbar home active. Wait, let me confirm if it's home active. Yes, this is. We have this class home active over here and navbar over here as well. So the same code, all of the same code will be applied on all these classes. All right. So yes, let us style our menu icon. This one, our menu icon from here, the overall menu icon. So I will say at the rate menu icon. So there is, since this is not coloring over here, so it means that our menu icon is missing. So let us go back, and there is this line of code missing, which I'll add over here, right over here under the menu icon bar. All I have to do is create a dev class, and I'll name this class as mm, bx menu. Okay. And ID, I'll name this ID as my icon. And yeah, I'll close this div. And here below we have nav list. I'll just put another comment over so that we can distinguish between all of the differentiate between them. Okay, now I think this looks fine. So now if I take menu icon, let me see. Menu icon, yeah, that's fine. So now I'll add its code over here. Menu icon code. Okay, and I'll add simply font size, cursor, font size, 24 pixel. Oh, sorry, guys, it should have been hash. That's why it was not. Yeah, 24 pixel because we're taking IDs. So for presenting IDs, we use a hash in the CSS class. Okay, and pointer set index as 1010001 and display 9. And let us save it. And that's it. And we're done. Now let us see its final output. I'll simply go and open. And we have our code over here. Yeah. Now you can see it is being displayed as this. Obviously, we'll have to uh, make some more changes into it because it's not the ideal display out there, but okay, so basically we are encountering this problem over here. This means that we have some issue with our code. So let us go into our code and see the problems over here. So the first problem that I have seen is that we forgot to add a header tag under which the whole nav bar code should be. So I'll add the opening and closing tags of header. And secondly, and I'll just save it, file save. Now I'll go into my CSS code, and over here I have made this mistake. I put this comma over here. I'll just simply remove it, and I'll also put it into the next line. That's it. And now if I save it, I'll save this code. And now if I go back into my file, the display, and if I refresh it, now you can see it's working perfectly fine. Let me reset it. Yes, now it's working perfectly fine as it should. And we have everything working perfectly over here. All right, guys, I'll see you in part 3 and to see you again. Salam. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Till then, I'll see you in part 3, where we'll be figuring out these issues first, and then we'll be moving forward with our next code. So, yes.